What's up? It's your girl, Kris Kaylin, back with another episode of the Princess Diaries podcast. And you know we all about highlighting the Carolina greats, the Carolina trailblazers. And this one is a full circle moment. I remember when I was on my first video shoot with YFN Lucci and Rollo, and I was with BTS. And this person that I'm interviewing has grown so much from then, doing videos with your favorites, stepping in his director bag, and you got a book now, friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, the wizard, the man, HD, everything else, so many aliases. Mark Lee, what's up?
What's up, bro? How you living?
I know, I'm excited to be doing this.
Yeah, you know, you chilling.
And I feel like just the journey, I know we've been talking off camera, but like, you have your book, Living Life Through a Lens, but that's just a whole journey in itself, but we're going to get to that. So, like, going through your book, just seeing everything, you having a camcorder as a kid, filming, meeting all these different people, what sparked the interest to say, I'm a film? Because I know it started as probably just an idea.
Actually, it started on accident. So my mom always liked doing, she had a camera. Like, she always liked taking pictures and stuff and traveling. And then, so I got into, like, I was doing sports up until, like, 9th grade. And then somebody, when we got off the bus one day, was like, yo, you got a computer? And I was like, yeah. I didn't realize I had the only computer in my neighborhood. So he's like, bro, let me put Fruity Loops on your computer. So I was like, all right. So I watched him make a beat. And then when he left, I tried to make a beat, which was trash. But I was like, I fell in love with music from there. Right. So I was like, all right, so I quit. I remember it was Christmas, that 9th grade, that first semester. I quit basketball and was like, I'm doing music. So I went full-fledged, like, studio. And my mom was like, all right. She bought me, like, an interface, mic, everything.
Your mama buy you a mic. They stop buying these people your mics.
Bruh, I took all my clothes out of my closet, right? I'm talking about I took my bed out of my room. Because my crib looked like Rap City, the basement. Like, my room. And then I put all the... So I made it a studio. So I did that all through high school, just rapping. Like, we used to skip school and go to Red Room. You know what I mean? And record. Like,
that is a throwback. That's an era.
Like, for real. So I went to school. I got accepted at the Art Institute in Atlanta in 11th grade. So I went out there, got like a little scholarship and everything. Won like this beat competition. So I was going for audio and like music and rapping. Mm-hmm. So I got senioritis, 12th grade. Mm-hmm. That's how I ended up in the video program, because they was like, my GPA slipped to like a 2.4. So they was like, well, you got to do the first semester, you got to do video. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right. So I'm doing the video thing. I'm going to like editing 101. But I ain't really taking it serious, because I'm like, bro, I'm just here so I can get back to the music. Right. Bro, this dude named Jay Block off the west side walks in with a big ass Sony camera. I'm like, bro, you get that from? He's like, bro, the cage, bro. They'll put it on your loan. I was like, how much was it? He was like, $3,000. I was like, and I got paid for nothing? They're like, bro, you get it right now. I went and got that camera, bro. I did that shit for like 2 months, just filming shit. Because my roommate was Royal, who already was a photographer. So he was working with Hannibal Matthews, all this. So I was just around shit, just filming shit. Bro, I go to Christmas with my uncle in Dallas, and Shorty was like, yo, you should, his girlfriend at the time was like, yo, you should go be a big fish in a small pond, so you can learn how to be like a big fish, and then come back. So I was like, bet. Man, my dumb ass, I dropped out of college. I ain't consult with nobody, nothing. I'm like, I'm going back home. Right. Well, really, I was like, I'm going to drop out of school and I'm going to just start doing videos. Right, because you got the camera. Bro, why these people told me, they was like, yo, you know, like, your housing was associated with the school, so you got 72 hours to bounce. I was like, no. I called my mom on her birthday and was like, yo. What a birthday gift. Hey, mom, you come get me. You know, I actually dropped out. She was like, oh, yeah, happy birthday to me. I looked at the phone like, oh, like. That's the hell of a birthday gift. I know looking back at it now, she's like, you know what? Yeah. That's why she's on the back of the book. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, all right, well, I did something with it in the 15 years. But that, yeah, like, so I did it on accident. Right. I came home, the first person I called, that's why Coob is that first picture, because it was an R.I.P. Von Dale party, like one of his homies. And like, I think Tantrum had a party, and I hit Tantrum up like, yo, y'all need somebody to shoot? And he was like, what kind of camera you got? I didn't even know. I just took a picture of the box. And he was like, all right, we get you $150. And shit, that was it. Right. I'm shooting ever since then. And it's just like with things like that. So it's just like the metamorphosis. And I know we talked about that earlier with just the different from Buzz to HD. So like,
in this phase, who was HD?
Man, I was staying at my granny house. I couldn't even have Wi-Fi because she got this big ass oak tree.
Oh, shit.
Like over the house. So it's like, I was a hotspot king. AT&T, shout out to AT&T at the time. So, bro, I would go from there. I was working at like Applebee's. Bro, I'm talking about so embarrassed. Like, I went to go like art school, like he going, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta think at graduation, you know, like going across the stage, how your 4 years was represented by your roar.
Right.
So, like, if you went across it like, Kris Kaylin.
Right.
They'd be like, oh, she finna fucking bonk.
Right. She was a dweeb.
She was a fucking dweeb. I went across there, HD, you know what I mean? So it's like, I went from like that to like,
it's a humbling experience.
Bro, you a host at Applebee's, bro?
Right.
What happened, bro? Like,
did you fall off?
Atlanta.
Right.
It was like,
and there's so many that when you see people, it's just kind of like, dang, you went to Atlanta, now you back.
You back. And I'm walking people to their seat, like, yeah, bro, you right here. Like,
right.
So the whole time I was like, bro, I gotta get some money or something. I gotta do something. So I kind of still was like, at that time it was like half and half. I still wanted to rap because I had the setup.
Right.
So I was at my granny house rapping, running around the island rapping. But like, my mom was still trying to like, hey bro, we need to figure out something. So I had a job at iCore. So
everybody
worked at iCore.
Everybody worked at, hey, you're not from Charleston, you did not work at iCore.
Yeah, if you wasn't, what was that, Capital One? If you was not doing Capital One.
Like,
so
everybody went to iCore.
I was at iCore. And then I remember one day I went to Plan B. And was actually like just for a drink.
That was such a time. That's such a time stamp. I remember Plan B.
So, you know, I was just running around shooting videos. Like, bro, I was shooting. I always tell people in Atlanta, like, hey, bro, I shot everything. Like, I'm talking about.
Documenting.
I'm talking about, like, if you was to call me and be like, hey, bro, we got a baby shower. I was shooting baby showers. Like, I was shooting everything. I was shooting funeral. Like, bro, I was shooting everything. You know what I mean?
Everything.
So I went and just. I ran into Dave. I ran into Dirty Dave at Plan B. And he had a birthday party. That's when he first linked up with P and all of them, they came down. Everybody came down it was at Blue Magic. Mm-hmm. So I shot it. I went to the studio. I think I whipped that shit up same night type shit. And I just never left. So he was like, yo, you want to come us to the Atlanta? So I was like, all right, we went to the A. And that was my first time in a strip club. I was fucking with Dave. So he's like, imagine we sitting here right here. He like, one's flying. Chicken wings here, Patron and fucking, what was his thing? Patron and Heineken everywhere. And we at Club Blaze. Ass everywhere. He like, you trying to get down? Hell yeah.
I love it here. It's like,
yeah. This was
Applebee's. Fuck Applebee's.
And I get paid.
Right.
So I used to just be like, hey bro, we just gotta get back by Monday. I gotta go to work. We did not get back by Monday.
Right.
So I went to work and he was like, hey bro, this your second time? You fired. I went back to the studio. I was like, bro, you got me fired. He was like, fuck him. What up?
What if they fucking we ball?
Fuck him. I was like, fuck him. Bro, you know how hard it was to explain to my mama, like, so who you working? So I work for a drug lord.
And I shoot his videos.
He wants to rap. You know what I'm saying? He has a studio. How's he paying for the studio? What's the name of the company? $30.
It's like, I was like, not
so she
going.
Like, she was like, all right, be safe. But it was like, hey, bro, that really was college. The $30 era.
I know every time you went to your mama, she was just like, what now?
Oh, I went knee deep in the streets for 3 years. Knee deep.
Like,
because it wasn't like you was working with Raw Wave.
No, right.
It's like, oh, okay, like, we would move like a Raw
Wave.
But not even really, like, we would move like a Raw Wave, right?
Right.
Like, he went on like a 40-city tour one time. We went to every strip club from here to Dallas. I promise you. We was in backyard strip clubs in Kentucky, all kind of shit. Indianapolis. We went everywhere. And we would move, black truck, all that shit. But, like, it was niggas, though. Like, we was niggas. Like,
but do you feel like, just like describing how he moved, do you think like that's missing now? Because I feel like kind of like with social media, technically you don't got to be boots on the ground like that, but I feel like it helps when you are boots on the ground like that.
No, I think you need that shit. Yeah. Like that old school, like with Too Official and them, that old school run of, like, they would take that light pole right there and then be posters up the whole shit. Like that shit, like Too Official and Mickey and Eastside D and them niggas, that's who put the Migos on.
Right.
Was that level of promotion.
Man, I was coming from Atlanta from the Celebration Bowl, and I came through Orangeburg, and I rode past Club Agora, and I had such a flashback. That's the first time I saw Migos in Club Agora, and I was like, damn.
Bro, they used to be on the feet.
Like.
Oh God, them niggas be in the feet.
So yeah, no, that was.
So that era was kind of like, it was like bro, we used to be around old Gucci Mane.
Right.
Right? We used to be around Julio.
Before the clone.
And niggas ain't really know, like, Julio used to be in the trenches, bro. Like, Julio Jones used to be in the trenches, like, in Central Station, the old Central Station. Like, well, you had to know a nigga to, like,
right.
to get on that pool table, you know what I mean? So that era, like, that's why certain shit now, it's like, that era shaped me, like, how I came in the door, it's like, bro, I came in the door with a nigga who sold his company for $300 million. So, it's like, you fucking with a nigga who got 200, 300 million. It's like, it's impossible for me to not feel like, oh, it just, my turn just ain't happening.
Right, it's coming.
You know what I mean?
It's coming down the pipeline, like.
So, I think, like, my whole life has been delusional.
I tell people, no, seriously, I was like,
I think I've been delusional the whole time.
But honestly, the delusions work out. I was like, I've been delusional, but it always worked out.
Yeah.
Like, it always works out. And it's just like, but also with the work ethic, your work ethic is insane. It's been times when I've talked to you, and you'll be like, yeah, I ain't sleeping like 3 days. And it's just like, nigga, what? So like, from that time of just grinding, and just shooting these videos, like, what was your first celebrity video, and like what was it like even stepping to the door? Because I feel like a lot of times, like on the outside looking in, you see people's socials, like you hear about things, but it's just like you don't know the steps that they actually took to get through those things. And like to reap where they are now, I think people think it's really like a microwavable thing. So like people wouldn't know that you was walking
one of the first when I moved back to Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm. And when was that?
2015. I moved back on my birthday. So really, I'm gonna be real. It wasn't my dream. My cousin Trey, that year I was still at Verizon. I was working at Verizon in the call center.
Oh my God, I work at Verizon too, and after I get cursed out of $5, I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I left. Like,
so I was working at Verizon, and he was working at Best Buy, and we was like, yo, we gonna move, we gonna transfer, yo, we gonna take our girls. Woo. So that he was like, that New Year's he was like, yo, we should move to Atlanta, and I was like, all right, and then so like. I had some deaths in the family, certain things, so like, I ended up getting fired from Verizon, so I was like, well, let me see if I can get unemployment.
Right.
Well, this bitch ass nigga Earl, bro, this nigga stunted on my unemployment. I'm like, cuz it ain't coming out your pocket, bro. Like, he could have easily been like, yeah. He was like, no. I'm like, oh, Earl Smith, bitch ass nigga.
You heard it here first.
Oh, I'm gonna stun on that nigga every time. So, that my birthday, I ended up having like, I was still shooting videos at the time, so I had enough bread to do the first and last month of my apartment. And then I had to borrow $500 from my sister just to like get there. Mm-hmm. I paid her back in like 2 weeks. So I was like, yo, I got 60 days. I used to get up at 8 o'clock every day, go to my partner Miles' crib in Buckhead. We'll get some weed from Mojo. And we would go to QC every day. And like I would shoot, at the time nobody was shooting behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, I'm gonna bring back like access granted. Mm-hmm. So I think the first person I shot was Rich the Kid and Fetty Wap. They had 100, and that shot by DJ at the time was shooting. He was shooting all their videos, and like 2 Official was managing Rich the Kid. Mm-hmm. So we just shot the studio. So I'm just right there. So I end up I would whip up the BTS like the video and have it faster than them.
Right.
So niggas kind of, they liked it, but niggas hated that shit. Like, God damn, bro, like, you kind of stepping on me. And I was like, fuck them.
I'll never forget. That was like your thing when I was doing BTS. You was like, gotta have it in 24 hours. Yeah, and I was just like, 24 hours, babe. Like, you gotta have it in 24 hours. Yeah. And that separates you from the pack. Yeah. Like, you don't gotta wait days and weeks. Nah.
Like, with Lucci and them, what I would do was, like, if we were shooting the video, I would do all the BTS. I would stay up, whip up. Because you remember, that's when Instagram only had like 15, 30 seconds.
And I think it was, I think it was still for iPhone at the time.
Yeah, so the first 1 minute video was my video for Lucci's Young Fly nigga, the BTS. Mm-hmm. So that was the first video that everybody kind of was like, damn, this shit's still playing. It's a minute. Right. You know what I mean? So niggas were like, so that shit went crazy. So then that made like the directors and certain niggas I fuck with, it was like, oh yeah, bro, good. Right. So that's how I know the AJs. That's how I know all the directors. Right. Because they was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, you can come shoot. who wouldn't want free pictures and a free video? Like,
right.
So that's how I got it though. You know what I mean?
And I always say, like, at my time working in radio, people, you know, they get really hyped with the celebrity. Oh, the celebrity cool, but it's just like, it's the manager, it's the people behind the scenes. Yeah. So, like, how important is it to curate and build these relationships?
I'm gonna be real. I'm just now fucking with the artists. I never fucked with them niggas. I never fucked with them niggas. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I fuck with DJ Drama,
right?
But I fuck with Lake. Mm-hmm. I fuck with TC. I fuck with Royce.
Right.
I fuck with Willie Joe. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, niggas who gonna watch this gonna be like, I know those names. But like, the public might not know that name for sure. But
these are names you need to know.
Yeah,
these are the people who's actually moving the room. Like,
they don't know who make the decisions. Like, the artists, they just kind of get brought to... Yeah, they kind of get brought to shit.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people all the time. I was like, the artists are where their manager, whoever else, they're the puppet. I don't know, I'm just going where they tell me to go at.
Like, if you go behind the scenes of, like, Big 30 and, like, the whole Memphis, like, Endless and all that shit, it's Camario. Camario is the person...
Everybody
so, like,
go through.
Camario my dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he gonna call me and be like, yo, we got this video, this is the budget, And then when they get there, oh yeah, I like the idea, bro. What we doing?
It's always behind the scenes.
It's like, yeah, because what's gonna happen is, I learned this from the director I was with before. Like, he thought Quan and now they, depending on your personality type, they'll be your partners, mm-hmm. But like, they not your partner. You know what I'm saying? They not your homie.
No.
So it's like, they your homie for them 12 hours. You know what I mean? We be shooting the shit, and they like, yo, like me and OMB Peasy, probably like the last shoot we did maybe like 2 months ago.
And he's cool as shit.
That was the first time we had a real nigga conversation.
Really?
Like, on set, just kind of like...
shooting the shit.
Like, but you gotta think, I went to that nigga granny house. My first video with OMB Peasy was shooting his granny. So there's a certain level of like, he could never not see me.
Right.
I shot his granny before she died.
Right. Oh, wow.
And I had her talk on camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
that's something you're gonna keep forever.
So certain shit like that is like, they fuck with you, but like, nah, bro, it's always management. It's always management. And like, even like Stove God, I fuck with his brother, but like, that ain't management. You know what I mean? Right. That's still kind of like the artist. Because it's like, depending on his mood, you might be like, I ain't telling my brother that shit. You know what I mean?
So you dabbled in like music videos, behind the scenes. You also did movies, documentaries. So like, is there a huge difference between like the music video versus like movie, documentary, or TV style things? I know you did that too.
Nah, production is production. Like, this production. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, set the camera up, set the lights, set the mic.
Right. But you feel like, do you feel like it was a difference, like, going from, all right, I'm going to be the camera guy, to like being the actual director? So he's like, I can set this treatment. I can set...
I'll be real, it's a decision, because... and you gotta like fight for it though. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you that part. You gotta fight for that respect, mm-hmm. Right? So I used to work with Rico Richie, and we was in Alabama, and I remember when we was coming back, and he said, man, I'm gonna get, I forget who he said, like Cricket or somebody. He was like, I'm gonna get him to shoot my video, and I'm like, bro, I can shoot the video. And he was like, I was like, bro, that was the last day I was a cameraman. I remember that ride. We was in the fucking Sprinter van, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool on this. And so when niggas be like, the cameraman be like, hey, bro, I'm a director. Mm-hmm. That took like 3 years of correcting people for them to be like, you know, my boy, director.
Right.
Ooh, like, and it's like, because they don't understand, like, a videographer is somebody who films your wedding.
Right.
Like,
baby shower.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A director is somebody who's directing the talent. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think, I used to be mad at them until I really sat back one day and was like, they don't know. We talking about niggas from the trenches, but they don't know. You know what I mean? That's like they trying to tell you about a kilo. Like, you
right. Like, huh?
Bro, it's a phone and baby.
Right.
So you trying to be like, videographer, cameraman. You know what I mean? So that, it would kind of rub them the wrong way a little bit, because it's like, well, nigga, fuck you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not... yeah. Niggas are low-key be ignorant. Like, you trying to update
you trying to correct me? Yeah.
You trying to correct me? Fuck wrong with you? And it's like...
right. And it becomes an ego thing. I'm like, nigga, I'm a director. Like...
so then that becomes a thing. But then it's like, it's so much shit that you don't know, but like, people won't. So I always got to go on somebody else's shit to see how it's done, mm-hmm. Right? So like when I did television, it showed me a lot of shit of like, having your lights hella bright, mm-hmm. is not a good thing. Right. The light's supposed to be soft. It's not supposed to be fucking bright.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's certain, like, I could always look at it, but I never knew the technical terms of shit. But then that come into like gatekeeping. Like motherfuckers don't want you to.
So
They don't want you
like,
to know that shit for real, for real.
all right, so like with you being from South Carolina, and I know you work with like Rennie Rucci and just like the talent that's coming from here, and like even artists with smaller names, but like, what is your take just on like because you've been on every side, every aspect, you know?
Oh, these niggas finally got it though.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, what's your take on it?
Like,
and what do you think is going to take for us to launch? Because you got Memphis launching and Atlanta, so like, are we on? Do you think we're on the cusp of that?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think like what the baby just did with Fetty P, I think that was like strategic in the sense of like he ain't did a collab. I don't think he did a collab nothing since like Stunning for Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to like, all right, just the nigga. But bro was already moving. Like there's two sides of like independent artist that's like he got some motion, right? So you got like I got the bag. Music might not all the way be there, but I can get in every room.
Right.
Right? And that's cool, but it still come down to the music business. So the music got to jam, and like people got to fuck with you. They got to naturally fuck with you.
Right.
Like the money, that don't matter. That don't matter, bro. Because Fetty P ain't, how much bread you think Fetty P really spent out here? This nigga spending millions and ain't getting shit rolling.
At all.
You know what I mean? But I could believe him. Like when I listen to his music, I'm like, yeah, I believe, bro.
It's believable.
Oh, they take one away here. Dog said, I know the difference between you allergic to pollen or you been sniffing powder. I've been like, I believe that nigga. I believe that nigga. Like that was a bar. Like I believe that nigga. Like, but that shit for real though. Like, and like some people get too caught up in like I done got too caught up in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like
having one foot in, one foot out.
Yeah, and it's like I forgot who said it. I think I was watching Charlamagne talk to Angie, where it's like, hey brother, when he said the line about a superhero got to use their superpower. They got to try out their superpowers. But it's the first time. Like, niggas done been lit in, like, high school. We was cool in high school, but, like, nigga, I'm getting 20,000, 30,000. The models knowing a nigga, ooh, hey, bro, I can go to sections with, like, your favorite rapper, like.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking go crazy a little bit for, you know what I mean? Like, you can go crazy a little bit. But then it's like, you gotta, I feel like you're not successful until, like, you get some motion, fuck up the motion, get some more motion, fuck it up a little bit. And then, you know what I mean? It's like a graph. Like, you really gotta, like, you know what I mean? Because the fuck up gonna be like, damn, okay, I went too far. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Like, okay. Like.
So, like, being that you've been out the city for, like, years now, and you've done really freaking good.
But I keep my finger on the pulse, though. Like, no. I still know and lay low and all them.
Not even that. I was just going to ask about the support. So do you feel like you got more support when you were in the city, or you got more support when you left? Or is it hard because, like, you started doing bigger things when you left the city?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's, No, I feel like it kind of level up, right? Because a lot of the shit, like, when you on the way up, you trying to post everything because you trying to get some money.
Right.
Right? And, like, a lot of the shit I do now, it's like, I don't even post half that shit.
Right.
Like, nigga, I got a whole season of Uncensored come out in February. I posted shit on my story, bro. Kept it pushing. Like, will I even post the episode? No. Story
assassin. I'll post. I was like, I don't. And it's like, I know you need to post more on your feed. I know for me, it's like, I post more on your feed, but I like posting to the story, keeping it pushing.
Because I've never posted like a shit three video sale.
Right.
Come get 3 for 1,500. No, nigga. All my shit been word of mouth.
Right.
Hey, bro, nigga, you gotta know a nigga that even fuck with me. Right. I gotta know the producer at the show. And I like that. I ain't gotta do everything.
And I feel like creating, like, the bigger my star rises, I want to create that degree of separation. And it's just not, like, necessarily, like, a thing, but it's like,
but
I don't know, when it comes down to business.
I feel like you gotta be selective, right?
Yeah.
But, like, say, like, how Charlamagne came on your podcast, right? Like, he see what you already doing. Right? For years of, like, you done touch certain names, like, was it Kanye? You know what I mean? Like, you done touch certain names where, like, a motherfucker be like, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, fucking the little mammy podcast just on the shit. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna do the little mammy podcast.
And that's the thing where it's like now where I'm trying to position myself and I want people to understand like I'm scaling this bigger. So it's just kind of like your aunt who got her restaurant may be a beautiful person, but like I'm scaled. It gotta make sense.
But you know, niggas scared to fuck with you when we right here.
Yeah.
Niggas, you know what I mean? Cause niggas won't fuck with you when it's like, yeah, I got the fucking warehouse downtown and shit. We got the whole film stage. Now everybody be on your dick. It's like,
right, but
it's like, bro, it ain't. I don't think people don't realize it's not gonna be what you think it is if you wait too long.
And if you don't know how many people hit me, and I knew it was gonna happen after I did the Charlemagne interview. Like, oh, I want to get, and there's people who I wanted to talk to who hit me up, but it's just like, nigga, I've been trying to get you. Like, it's one rapper, and I'm not gonna say his name. Like, I've been trying to get him, literally, I've been trying to get him on the pod, right? And this is like before I did the thing with this one I was just relaunching. And when I tell you, like, his manager gave me the runaround, like, I even pulled up to his album release party. Never been to an album release party where they have no signage. It was nothing. It was a regular smoky night in the club.
Like, let's stop the album release parties, bro. Like take that money and go do some digital marketing, bro. Take that money and go do something else, bro.
Some type of marketing.
Like,
but went up there and I was like, I get the interviews like, oh, we talking to labels right now. Okay, what does that have to do with me getting the interview?
Bro, I've been wanting to say this, right? I've been wanting to say this, right? I've been wanting to say, and my dog know, bro. These people don't know y'all. They don't know y'all.
I'm
like, if we can go Warner. We can go Island Records. We can go Def Jam.
Rock Nation.
300. I promise you. Yeah. Now, the intern who trying to work they move and they like you, they know you. Mm-hmm. But don't be out here yelling at the label, bruh, the senior A&R, the vice president, the motherfucker who gonna cut the check don't know you. And there's a certain level of motion you gotta have for them people to fuck with you.
And I'm thinking, like, if you telling me no, don't you think you want more eyes if you talking to labels? Anyway.
Bruh, D Moolah had one of the most viral songs this year, right?
Like,
Will Blow My High, right?
You're right.
The nigga already was doing $1 million a month on every video he dropped, right? Before he went to do the situation. Hit record. National, and like TikTok hit record, my nigga.
Like, you're making bills.
And you telling me these niggas in the little country, man, like,
listen, and I'm like, you telling me, nigga, you're not even a top Billboard 100, freaking
not
500.
Even that though, but not even just Billboard. Like, your set, like, being in the business, I can look at an artist and look at their setup, right? Mm-hmm. What their gram look like. What their YouTube look like, how often they shoot, how many projects they done put out. I can kind of tell.
Consistency.
I can tell, like, if you got some shit going on. Like, Trap Dickie, like, you knew, like,
that nigga got motion.
From that first thing he did on the Radar, niggas was watching him, right? And you could see him build it.
Yes.
Right? So if he was to announce tomorrow, like, that's signed, yeah, I can see that. And
it's like, I sat down with Trap Dickie and his niggas who in going past exit 209A telling me that they don't have time. But anyway.
I'm telling you. Because there be artists I be calling the shit I be talking to, like, just giving game. It's like certain motherfuckers, like the Rennie Rucci's and D Moolahs and certain niggas, like, them niggas answer the phone every time I call, or like,
right.
Like, God rest his soul, like, Quan would answer when I call, like, you know what I mean? There's certain niggas that's like, I can't
believe Rich Quan calls.
It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, these niggas, they be so, like, they want to do everything but the music. Yeah. Everything but the music. That's the shit that blow me. Like, hey, bro, y'all want to do everything but the music. And
but
it's like,
get the same type of respect and the same type of hype behind it without doing it.
Because they think they got the jewelry.
Yeah.
Right? Because I got the jewelry.
Is that the rapper starter kit?
Yeah, like, you got the watch, you got the jewelry, you got the look, the clothes, right? So you feel like, shit, if Rod Wave hit throwing 10 bands, and I can throw 10 bands. Hey, Rod Wave.
Right. So, like, getting into the book, Living Life Through a Lens, what made you want to do it? And I know it's just so many things. So first, what made you want to do it?
Man, really? Everybody asks me, like, to, like, kind of put something out, right? They like, bro, you shoot everybody's stuff, you do something, like, I'm like, do a movie, do it. And I was like, I'm big on like, hey, bro, like I don't want to rush. Whatever I make, I want it to be fire, right? I feel like whenever I drop, it got to be a classic.
Right.
So I'm like, my first thing got to be something that like, matter of fact, Westside Gunn told me this. I called him one day. About like, an artist wanted me to, like, bro, can Westside listen to my shit? And like, we was talking about merch and all kind of shit. And he was like, look, bro, be the best version of you, and you'll figure out what to sell. He was like, I like wrestling, so I have a wrestling league. I've been doing clothes since 4th grade, so I make clothes. Right. He like, bro, don't just go trying to get it gilded and fucking to make some money. He like, figure out your shit. So when I look back at it, I was like, you can't pay me to take a picture. I just take pictures. Right. That's not a part of my directing shit. That's just something I do. I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars of developing film. But you enjoy doing it though. But I do it. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I could do it. So I was doing like, it was a dude I was fucking with. He would say some wild shit like we just on the phone. So I had like, let me see. This was prompted the idea. So this nigga would say some wild shit and I'd write it down like in notes, right? And I was like, bro, I'm gonna do a book just off your quotes. And then he was like, damn, like coffee table shit. And I was like, so we end up doing one where I took the pictures and he did one. And I was like, And then like a couple people I knew was like, yo, you need to do a fucking book of your pictures. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna look into it. So I just started like checking it out, but like, nigga, I just did quotes. Wow. I just was writing quotes every time this nigga says. The notes are everything. I have so many things in my notes. The notes are everything. So like, I don't care when we were talking about it. You said you went from 250,000 pictures down to 1,000 in this book. Yeah, it should be like, I think it's like 1,000. So like, it's 166 pages, and then some pages got like 8. So it's like 1,000 pictures. So how did you go through just like eliminating, like that's a lot of pictures, 250,000 pictures. And that's, I mean, I know it's so many stories behind each picture. But I think some stuff is like I've already taken like 4 pictures at the end. So I think some shit is just like what it meant to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I didn't know if like I wanted to write it, if I wanted to put people. So I went through and I would look every day, like I would start starring it, like, oh, I like this picture. Oh, I like this picture. Or like, my sister finds the pictures and like, what about these pictures? Like, I like this picture. So that went by like, all right, what do I like? Or what do I feel like is dope? Right. Right? Because it was certain pictures I already knew, like the Dapper Dan pictures, certain pictures of P, Lou Will, certain shit. Like, I knew like, all right, those going in there. Right. But then I didn't want it to feel like, oh, he take pictures of celebrities. Right. So that was a saying that I used to say like when I was 18, like living life through a lens. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm gonna put this on a shirt one day. So when I was like, what am I even naming the book? Right. I was like, living life, don't bring that back. So then I was like, I'm gonna do an homage to my mom, because really she took a picture from the day I was born to 18 on disposable cameras. That's so cool. So on my 30th birthday, she sent me all the pictures. Oh, that's so I was like, damn. So that inspired me to keep. I was like, well, I'm gonna document my life moving forward. Right. So and then when I went to there's a photographer named Chimo Du that took like the Biggie Twin Towers picture, the Tupac picture, like a lot of Snoop pictures. Like, I think he was at The Source. He was like the editor at The Source. So my 32nd birthday, I spent, because we were doing a documentary in New York, so we spent the whole day organizing his photos. So that picture, that first picture when I'm looking down, that's Chimo Du's studio. Oh, so I'm looking at like a Lauryn Hill picture in that picture. Oh, wow. So when I seen that, I was just like, and his wife was like, because he died a couple years ago, so his wife was like, oh, his camera was an extension of his arm. Oh, that's so cool. Even if that nigga took a picture of a tree every day, he gonna keep a, let's see. Like, and it's just like when you truly like every day, you gonna keep a couple, you know what I mean? So it's like, I probably took 11 pictures today. But it's like, I just be taking pictures of shit, you know what I mean? So like, you self-published this book. So what was it like, the process of self-publishing it? I ain't gonna lie, it was easier than I thought. But I feel like, yeah, I went to a company out of New Jersey. It's like some white ladies. And like, I was like, anybody I do it with, I was like, I gotta be able to like call somebody. Right. So I called their line, and they just like, hello? And I'm like, hey, so like, how we do the, I was like, I got some questions. And they was like, go ahead. They was like, how you do the page thing? How you do this? How you do, and they was like, oh yeah, what's in your email? And it was like easy. So once I kind of peeped, like, all right. But you can put anything in a book how you want to. Right? Most people are just, you used to seeing it a certain way.
Right.
But like, bro, you can overlap a picture. You can do whatever, bro, it's blank.
Right.
The shit that they put in the book is
your stuff.
Bro, you can do one sentence a page. You can do however you want. And then there was a chick, my partner Tyrell gave me a book. It was a chick named like Tiana or something. And she had an exhibit at the High, I think, at the High Museum. And she had like all her pictures like just around the room like in single order. And that's how her book kind of was, like a collage. I was like, I like this swag more. So I looked at like that book, Basquiat book, and Rihanna's book. That was the inspiration. So like, I didn't want it little. That's why it's like, shit, I can't go Rihanna shit. Right. But I'm like, I want a book that's like...
It's a perfect size coffee table book. Yeah. Like, perfect size. I just love all of it.
I want to grow to one day and get like, Rihanna shit fire. That shit big as fuck.
Really?
You can't... You ain't never seen her book?
No. I need to see
her book is like the size of that suitcase.
Dang.
Yeah, that shit big as fuck. It's like
that's like the size of a Vogue, but that's huge.
Yeah, but her shit like... How long she was popping? So it's like 15 years of like... But her shit is like... That's why I got it from like the whole page as a picture.
Right.
All that type of
so
shit.
That's how Beyonce stuff is. So like if you get, well, she didn't do a book, but like if you get her vinyl, it's a full page, like just layout type thing.
But I feel like the older I get, I'm like, I see so many people that's like running around with the camera. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna be that fucking 45-year-old nigga still like, send me the song, bro.
Right.
Send me the song. What's the budget, bro? Like, that's why I'm like, bro, I gotta get some product. I need something that's like...
That's gonna allow you to elevate your brain.
Yeah, and
like, leave a legacy.
It let people know, like, damn, like, it switched the perspective of, like, damn, this nigga did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different from, like, oh, yeah, directing this and that, but, like...
But this is actually yours.
Idea, yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's my shit.
Because you brought other people's vision to life a ton of times. Time and time. But, like, to take your idea and make it an actual thing and make it something that's tangible, I think that's dope. So, I know you say you want to do a collection of these, right? Yeah. So, like, when you think about working on the next, installment or collaborate, what would it be?
Shit, I started the next day. Just living. I feel like it's like painting. It's like... I feel like I'll know when it's... Because at first I was like, I'm going to do it every year. But I'm like, I'm not putting that fucking...
That's a lot when you think about it,
Because, and it's like, I got to have volume to pick, like, some fire shit.
Right. When you said 1 million pictures, that's a lot of pictures.
So I ain't trying to just, like...
Throw anything in the book?
Yeah, like, I feel like we did 100 of them, right? Shit, we definitely sold out because we got 10 left. So if, that's like, huge. When everybody gets, like, all right, we got the first one. And I think... seeing the concept and like people actually seeing it and seeing like, oh shit, like he did that. When I come with the next shit and it's like an elevated experience, cause like I looked at your shit you did for I looked at the pictures you did for your last one, your last event, right? Yeah. And that sparked an idea of like, yeah, my commercial, the next commercial gonna be some shit. You know what I mean? Like, cause I seen like the horses and shit, so I'm like, yeah, that next one. Because it's like, I think all my commercials are going to have some type of element of, like, the Geechee experience. Yeah. And I think I'm realizing the older I'm getting and the more, like, since I've been home this week, I want people, when they see me, to be like, that's an American Geechee.
I love that.
That's like, hey, bruh is the ultimate Gullah Geechee person story. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you look at like Ice Cube, it's like, hey, bro, that's the ultimate LA nigga, right? Right. From how he dressed, his whole swag,
how he taught everything,
right? So it's like, some people be getting like, they be getting a little mad when I be like, I'm like, bro, I live in the A, I fuck with the A, like my youngins, they from the A, like Jalen is from the A, like I break bread with niggas from Atlanta, like, but it ain't nothing like the crib. I'm like, bro, I can't. Y'all ain't even got no beach.
No seafood that's not shipped in.
Like, come on, bro.
We can just go to the beach when we feel like it.
So it's
but
like,
no, I love it.
Yeah, but I realized that it took me 35 years to realize that.
And I think, you know what? Because I know, like, growing up in Charleston and, like, you know, college and stuff, I know we were ridiculed a lot for, like, being Geechee and having a Geechee accent. But I didn't embrace it until, like, I got older. And it's just kind of like, you know what? This is unique. It's charming. And it's just so much culture and history. So, like, I know for sure I want black people to start, like, embracing the Gullah Geechee culture and not feel like we got to whitewash or code switch.
Because think about this. Beyonce, I feel like she got to a point in her life where she started being like, I think I'm from Houston.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, I'm country, I like this, that, whatever. Yeah. And it's just like embracing where you're from. Like, when I think about people from Memphis and how they just say the word music up all the time, but it's charming to them. So, like, I just feel like Charleston is just so, we have so many things, and I feel like...
But that's where I realized, that's why I wanted to talk to bro about before that fucking...
lady who spotted cake.
That fucking lady, hey, listen here, lady. That lady who fucking put her book over my book when I was talking to Charlamagne. This is Sparta. I wanted to fucking kick her in the chest. But
nah, I need to know who that is now.
I got the video too.
Listen,
we gonna put the video in the clip. I got the video. You gonna see right? Look at that bit like.
That is
no disrespect to my elders, but bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, but nah, that shit, like, everybody always asks, like, what you think it is? What you think it is? I think, my personal opinion, my professional opinion, I think niggas haven't seen it, right? Niggas haven't seen the wailing. They haven't seen the hype. They haven't seen the making. They haven't seen Back to Green. They haven't seen Burke. They haven't seen...
But you know what's crazy? I think that's kind of the beauty of TikTok because like, I don't know if you know Charleston talk, but like these things are now being seen. Like
they're now being seen.
And now like I forgot they brought that girl from Betty's down here. She was just like, "Are y'all Bohemian? Like, are y'all from the Bahamas?" And it's like, "No, we Geechee." Like, and it's just like this whole new thing is like I feel like people just discovering.
I call it the East Coast Caribbean.
Yeah, and so like people are just discovering us. So like now with the power of TikTok, you can see places like the Whale and you can see Back to Green, and to know like Charleston is just not King Street, Rainbow Road, and like Shrimp and Grits. Like we got some places that tourists should not be going down. Like,
and that's and I think because like that's the part like I'm trying to like not even just show the bad, but like show the real, show the real. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, and how I ended up because I know you said how you first got into like filming documentary. You know what really made me get into that? Noisy. When Noisy did their Migos, and they were just doing everybody from Atlanta, but they were just showing like the real raw grittiness of it, and I was like, this is how I believe that's how storytelling should be. So like, yeah, I feel like now that we have storytellers like you, storytellers like me, bringing people on the podcast.
It's a few shit. It's probably the niggas in this room that could like. I went from Ashley Phosphate back to the island, but I took D Road, right? And I was telling this person like,
D Road can get you to Alaska. I'm convinced.
I said, bro, I've shot in every neighborhood. Every neighborhood.
It's history.
Pepper Hill, Pepper Tree, Ashley shows when it was there. Like, I'm talking about the way every neighborhood. And
you're archiving that history that
and I still got it.
There. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's like showing
upload that to the cloud or something free. We need access today.
Bro, it's crazy because like before that hard drive, that's what I've been working on last week. Like before that hard drive, because it's like you got to plug in the hard drive. That's how old that motherfucker is. You know what I'm saying? Before that bitch.
Please, please, you have to.
I got the whole like Dirty Dave run.
You got to put that in the document. We need all of this. Please upload it to the cloud so it's nice and safe. But no, I really appreciate you just come. I feel like this is a full circle moment. I'm just excited to see how this just continues to like just grow. I always tell people like, you got to network across from each other. So just seeing the people in this room, like I feel really good about just everything. So just see the growth, man. You look good. You're doing good. I'm proud of you, friend. I'm glad to know you.
So hold on. What's your Let me start. What's your next thing? What's next?
Oh, okay.
I heard some of these guests that's coming.
Yeah,
I had to get in the middle of that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on.
So my goal is to like level up the Princess Diaries. I want everyone when they come to the Carolinas, whether North Carolina, South Carolina, and just not, just closing myself off today. But like I just want to be that one-stop shop. You know, when you go to whatever, you stop to on the radar. So I want that to be this. I'm excited to see the platform grow. I really feel like I'm starting off with some like really heavy hitters, and just not in the sense of like, having name, but like actually having quality behind the work that they do, and just being able to say like, I got relationships with these people, or like the ones who I may not have relationships by the time the interview is over to do that, and just like seeing the people like having like.
Who's your dream person?
Ooh, interview?
Mm.
I mean, of course.
Like in person. Cause I feel like you done did some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought I would interview Kanye West and I interviewed Kanye West. So like, I would love to like, I don't know if Jay-Z do interviews anymore. I know Beyonce do like published articles and stuff like that. But like,
I would like to see you sit down with like a Kevin Hart at Issa Rae.
I don't want to sit down with them. You know who I want to interview? I want to interview Keke Palmer.
Fire.
I really want to interview Keke Palmer. Like, yeah, I want to do that. I feel like a Kevin Hart. I just love to talk. I was looking at his last stand-up. So like people like that who I feel like would really give really good conversations.
I think Keke Palmer will give you a hell of an interview.
I know, and I feel like
She's
we're
a character.
so much. She is. I feel like we're so much alike. Like I really like Keke Palmer, girl. If you watching this, I really want to interview you. Like please. But yeah, like I would love to just be able to chat with her.
Motherfucker, I just connected you with. That's your route.
Ooh, see, all about networking and connections.
That's your route.
Yeah,
She would have that. She would have that connection. She would be able to call her mom.
That's what I want. So like for my goal, I'm gonna give you a top 3. Keke Palmer, like if I could interview Kevin Hart would be amazing. But you know what I would love? This is like on a super bucket list. Oh God, I'm looking at his face right now. I just was watching his interview thing on Netflix. Oh God, I'm so pissed at myself. The white guy. He just dropped his interview. He has a interview series on Netflix. I'm looking at. He used to do late night. Oh
Colbert?
No, not Colbert. I'm looking at this man face right now. I'll tell you on camera. I'm so bad. Fuck, this is bothering me. I'll tell you.
Late night?
He used to do late night. Oh, what is that man name?
Black?
Hold on. No, he's white. Interview.
Colbert.
No.
You say late night. That's why
It's called My Next Guest.
Larry.
It is
The Larry nigga, right?
David Letterman. David Letterman. Icon.
Yeah.
Icon. So yeah. And
You know who'd be fire though?
who?
Matthew McConaughey.
That would be cool. I like Matthew McConaughey. He's cool. But yeah, so I'm excited. This is a really good interview. Child, we done on an hour and 15 minutes. It's okay. It's the Princess Diaries podcast. Mark, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with me. I'm excited. And he did say I'm going to be in his next book, so I have it here in visual and audio. But make sure you're connected with me, Kris Kaylin on Instagram, Facebook, _Kris Kaylin on TikTok, KrisKaylin. And make sure you're connecting with The Princess Diaries on Instagram and TikTok, Princess Diary on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And we'll be back next time. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Shout out to that old hag.
Hey. Oh.